Good morning, all you beautiful people. Welcome to Cook and Conquer. Today we are going to make sushi. I like to call this sushi on easy mode. Now, I say easy mode and not beginner mode because I would think beginner mode would involve, crab sticks and just vegetables. But I think today we're going to use fish. But we're just gonna make it really easy on ourselves. Good morning, Saint Zador. Welcome to the show. We're gonna make sushi. I know it's your favorite food ever. Saint Zador, like I freaking hate sushi. So let's go get our fish. Here, actually, let's just roll these up. I know they'll just keep sliding right back down if I don't. So with this sushi on easy mode, we're gonna be using long grain rice instead of short grain rice. It's just more available and easier to find in most places. And instead of using rice vinegar, we're going to just be using white vinegar with a mixture of a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, and some Worcestershire sauce. The Worcestershire sauce is just to add a little bit of that umami flavor that's missing from just using regular white vinegar instead of rice vinegar. And adding a little bit of sugar is to just to add a little bit of stickiness to the rice, since long grain rice isn't as sticky as short grain, so that kind of helps fix that issue right there. And then salt, you were gonna add salt anyways. Salt is just there. So this was a frozen fish. We defrosted it. Basically pulled it out of the freezer yesterday and straight into the refrigerator last night. It doesn't have a fishy smell at all, so that is good. That is a good thing. But we're still, what I'm thinking is I'm only going to use probably about this much as raw, and I'm thinking about frying this much. We'll see. One of the first things we go ahead and do is pat dry it. I generally do this with any of that store-bought fish, Well, I think generally everyone's going to just buy the fish from the store, and a lot of people are going to, get it straight out of a lake or an ocean, or, you know what I mean? So with what we have, this is what we're going to do. That's our fish. We're gonna give it a nice coating of salt. I know it looks like a lot of salt, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna refrigerate it. This is gonna bring out a lot of the moisture and the oils, and then it's also gonna firm up the texture of the salmon. So we're gonna, after refrigerating this for a little while and letting it kind of firm up and dry out a little bit, we'll rinse off all this salt, so it's not going to be salty. Maybe a little bit. I'm not going to say it won't be at all salty, but I think it's like almost a seasoned kind of salty. So I'm going to go put this in the fridge. I'll be right back. And while that is going, we can go ahead and start our rice. Be using a rice cooker. I already went ahead and rinsed off this rice. That's why it's been sitting in a colander. I actually don't rinse off my rice in a colander. I normally rinse it off in here. But then I just wanted to kind of give you all a visual. This is about a cup of rice. To 2 cups of water. But if you didn't want to just do 2 cups of water, you can always do that measurement where, you know, the rice goes up to your knuckle, and it actually does. It's not really bizarre. It's just like, wow, 2 different forms of measurement. Sorry. Yeah, 2 different forms of measurements that are always accurate and producing the same results. Oh yeah, sorry. So we're going to add a pinch of salt to this. Not too much, because we're going to add a little bit more salt to the mixture. After it's, you know, the seasoning mixture with the vinegar. So let's let that go. White rice setting. Nothing too exciting just yet. I mean, making sushi is mainly just prep work. And I tried not to do too much of it before starting. Mainly all I did was took things out. So while that's going, we got the salmon kind of drying out. I'm thinking I'm going to do like a light frying of some bits of the salmon. So yeah, let's make a little batter. Start with our mixing bowl. Got some flour. We'll do about a 1/4 cup of flour because we're not going to be using a whole lot. Just, you know, I mean, we saw how big that fish was, and we're not even using all of it for frying, so just a little bit. So this is a 1 cup measurement, and I'm actually eyeballing about a 1/4, so it's not an exact measurement, so we'll just have a little bit of faith here. We'll do equal amounts of that with cornstarch. It's kind of my favorite frying batter for most things, fish and chicken. like to add cornstarch and flour. It just always makes it a little bit more crispy and a little thinner as far as batters go. But really, you could just use any batter you like. Just going to be frying, and we're going to be frying it in. We're going to do a shallow fry, sorry, that's what I meant to say, instead of a deep fry. And we'll add probably about a teaspoon of baking powder. Oof. Just a dash of salt. And let me get just a little bit of water in there. Yeah, grab just a cup of water. I'm probably not going to use this much, but I want to have a little more than I need. But I do want this batter to be a little runny. I mean, obviously still a little thick and like a batter, but yeah, go spatula. Oops. We got it about where we want it. And I'll leave that on the side for now until we need it. I'm going to bring these to the sink. Actually, while rinsing these off, I kind of had the idea that I actually want to put this in here. Let's see if it'll make it easier to carry to the pan on station 2 when I'm frying, because it has a handle and everything. I just brought them back out in case I use them again. I'm not sure yet. So we're waiting on the rice. We're still gonna let the fish dry out for just a little bit more. So yeah, we're gonna end up having some bits of fried fish. So let's make a little bit of a dipping sauce. And it is super simple, guys. We'll just take some regular crushed red pepper. As much as you like, really, so kind of as spicy as you like. That's about enough for me. Vinegar, just regular white vinegar. Really, any vinegar works for this. Just a splash, and soy sauce, exact same amount, just a splash. And there you have it, folks. Easy dipping sauce. It's the best. I think I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off the fish too, guys. I'll be right back with the fish. Rinsed it off inside, got all that salt off. Dried it off a little bit inside, but I didn't have good lighting, so doing it some more. So like we were saying, we'll probably use this much for raw. Maybe a couple more pieces. And a few off of this end. Few nicer pieces too. One more. So we'll use this for frying. Nice little steak right here. And if y'all see, it's not really as pretty as far as the lines go. I mean, I think there's probably like one more thin piece I could probably get out of that. But it also wouldn't really hold as well. As you can see, it's kind of not as strong as far as structure. So I'm actually going to rotate it like this and cut it this way. And then these are the kind of the slices that we'll be using to fry. Guess we can already fry these. I don't see a point in waiting, but I want to go ahead and put these pieces back in the fridge. So here's what we'll do. Leave those right there. Here's our batter. I'll just go ahead and take these little salmon pieces and drop them in here. Okay, and then yeah, get these flat. Just yep. I'm gonna go put this back in the fridge until we're basically ready to serve. Almost, you know what I mean? And actually, you're actually not. We already dropped the fish in the batter. So. And while we wait on that oil to preheat, take our cup. We'll go ahead and make our seasoning for our rice. That way it's just ready to go, by the time by the time the rice is ready. So first we're gonna add basically just a pinch of salt. We already know there's a little bit of salt in the rice, so we don't need to do too much. Sugar, we'll probably put, maybe we'll say 2 pinches, almost twice the amount of salt you just added. And you're really not going to taste this. This is really just going to add stickiness and nothing else. Just regular white vinegar. We'll add about 1/8 of a cup. And then Worcestershire sauce. Now before adding any of this, first thing I'm going to do is shake it up, because if you read the bottle it says to do that. So yeah, about 1/16 of a cup. And we'll just give that a good little mixture. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Really shallow, because we're only making really a cup of rice. So this isn't a whole, it's not like a huge vat. You don't have to go overboard as far as seasoning. You just want to stir it enough to kind of dissolve the sugar, really. You don't have to stir it too much. We'll just set that aside until we need it. Alright, on to frying the fish. Oops. fried fish. One more minute on the rice, and then we can start rolling. And that is the rice. Beautiful, fluffy rice. Rice in a separate container, just because I don't like putting that vinegar mixture directly into my, rice cooker container. I don't know if anything would happen to it, but I just don't like the idea. I always go separate container. Okay, this is our mixture from before. Kind of use the back of this spoon to spread it out a little bit. Give that another little mixture. We're going to let this sit just enough until you stop seeing the steam come off. We don't want it too hot because what happens is as soon as the hot rice touches fish, the raw fish, it'll just start cooking it. We don't want that. Or if it touches the seaweed, it will just start shriveling up the seaweed, and we don't want that either. Right. Now we did say we're doing this on easy mode, not beginner mode. But also don't want to overcomplicate things. So normally what I like to do is like restaurants would do is they'll actually take this piece of seaweed and they'll cut it in half, and that does 2 rolls. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do 2 rolls, but then use the entire piece of seaweed just to make things easier on myself. And I guess on the viewers. I don't know. We'll see. Rice shouldn't take a terribly long time to cool down, but still, we're gonna be a little patient and just wait on it. cream cheese. If you like cream cheese in your sushi, but I do, and I'm going to add it. I think I'm going to end up using all of this. Here, I'll just portion it at least. Yeah. Sa. Oh, I'm going to have to grab gloves. Give me 1 second. And then we'll start rolling. Sa. We're actually going to cover this whole piece of nori in rice, except the very, 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 very end. But even that we'll cover, but we'll just make it thin so it'll roll. We're going heavy on the rice because we're hungry today. You know, hungry. This is our breakfast and lunch, I think. I don't even know what time it is. Woke up super early today, so. This seaweed is being tough because this is actually still a little bit too warm. Should have still let it cool down, but I didn't want to waste any time. Mesa que más aplauda. Mesa que más aplauda. La manda, la manda, la manda la niña. Holy moly, that's actually a lot of rice. I might have went overboard, but that's fine. I had a lot of rice. This is a lot better. This one I put at the correct amount. That one I put just a little bit too much, but it's fine. It'll still roll. It'll just look big. So that's why we'll make this one the fried roll. So we'll take these more ugly looking pieces Place them in the middle. We'll have 3 as just like pieces that we'll eat, and then we'll use these uglier pieces for the roll. We want to make sure we have a few of those crunchies. I don't know if y'all saw, but I added an extra little bit of batter into the frying oil. It's because I wanted those little crunchies. Throw those crunchies into the roll. Makes the roll have that little texture. And whenever I threw that Cajun seasoning on there, it kind of helps deliver that flavor. Alright. Cream cheese, just right there. You roll sushis, I roll joints. Nice, co-star, nice. I wish the light wasn't so intense on you guys. I'm sorry about that. Did that help? Not really. How are you, son? I'm doing alright. Doing alright. Can't complain. So we got the cream cheese and those. So we'll take off one glove. Because I think we kind of forgot to cut a piece of fish that we're going to put in this. That's okay. Here's what we'll do. We want 1, 2, and 3. So this, we'll do like that. Perfect. Just like that. He knows what he's doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. For sure. For sure. I'm grabbing another glove. C'est bon. You're gonna get a little bit of water. That's gonna be to dip the knife in for the cut. But before we even do that, have I been to West Virginia? I don't think I have. Been to regular Virginia. I need to do something about that light intensity. I wonder if I could just... This may be a little bit better. Have you been to the States, Co-Star? You did New York 18 years ago. Oh. I visited New York one time. It was okay. I didn't hate it. It wasn't as great as I thought it was going to be, though. I'm not going to lie. But that's not New York's fault. It's more of like Hollywood's fault. They kind of overhype a few things. You eat well there? Yeah. There was some really good restaurants. That's for sure. Did you? Oh, gotcha. I did. I don't. I just said, yeah, you do eat well in New York. That's really all I said. Louisiana? That's not a bad choice. Let's get it. Sorry about that, co-star. I was finishing up. Um, any state. Next time I visit, I want to go to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Yeah, those are great places. Nashville, Tennessee, or Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas, maybe not as great as you might think. That's just my own bias, though. Um, any state to avoid as a foreigner? I'm not particularly, not that I know of. I could think about that, but nothing comes to mind right off the bat. Hmm. This is wasabi with a little bit of soy sauce. Or I should say a little bit of wasabi with soy sauce. Wow. Mmm. Try some of the fried. Is it 9 a.m.? Oh, it's 10 a.m., yeah. Why? You're like, why is this dude eating sushi at 10 a.m.? So I felt like it. Mmm. Yeah. But sometimes when it's exactly what you want, you're not gonna wait all day to have sushi, just go make it. At least that's what I do. Mmm. That's good. Oops. So it shouldn't be super unfamiliar to you. Sometimes people, they just want to eat a very particular thing, and so they just make it. Plus, I felt like I haven't been eating enough fish. I really thought I should eat some fish today. So if I ate it as like the first thing, like right off the bat, then I don't have to worry about it all day. This I'm actually pretty excited about. Let's see how this is. These little fish nuggets. Boom, boom, boom. These are bomb. Mm. I bet you this. Actually, go put it in here. Mm. Vegan nuggets have arrived here in McDonald's. Oh boy. Why? Why vegan nuggets? Have you tried them? Co-star. You won't? I probably won't either. I don't think they have vegan nuggets in America yet. Or I haven't heard about them or even actively sought after them, so. You ate a fake burger once, it was free. It was okay. What was funny is one time I learned of a veggie burger recipe, but what I liked about it was all the different like seasonings and spices they would put into it. So I made the veggie burger recipe, but then I added meat to it. I think that's the closest I've ever had to having a veggie burger. Make beef burger great again. I wanted to make sure I ate all the raw fish first because I didn't want it to warm up, I guess. I don't really know the right way. Yeah, I don't often turn down free food either. Mmm, that is good. I don't know why I didn't like taste it as much the first few times, but that's what I'm talking about. That's good. I've been waiting all morning for this. I'm gonna listen to some piano concerts while smacking hard. Have a great day, friend. Alrighty, co-star. I'll catch you later. Maybe I'll see you in Lucy's chat. I think she's streaming today. Oh, Steppenwolf. Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh yeah, co-star Saint Zador can speak French. He's Canadian. So if you ever just wanted to speak French instead, you're welcome to. A lot of French speakers in here. Oh, okay. No, that's cool too. I was just letting you know. I'm the opposite. I speak English every day, so I like to try to speak French every now and then. Hmm. How was my French training? Pas mal, mais je suis un débutant. Je suis toujours un débutant avec parler français. Comme le même devant, mais j'ai pu dire, dirais, uh, I don't know, a few new phrases. Comme ouais, tu sais, zut, mais c'est un comble. Euh, je ne sais maintenant. Euh, c'est un comble. C'est un comble. 19th century speaking, I know. But those are movies I'll be watching. C'est un comble. I meant to look up what it means exactly, but I got distracted. There are still expressions you use. Set comble. It's the height. Oh, okay. I don't really know what that means. I thought it meant like that's the last straw, or this is, or that's it. You know what I mean? Like saying, c'est assez tapé contre le mur. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Oh yeah, I guess it is Sunday. You too. And thanks for stopping by. C'est tapé la tête contre le mur. Oui. It's like banging your head against the walls. C'est un comble. It can fit. Yeah. I'm about to bring this inside and switch to my desktop and play maybe a little bit of chivalry. What do you guys think? I want to see some medieval carnage. Pour la faire avec les sons. Well, either way, guys, that's what I'm doing. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch to my desktop. Since I made sushi and I was cleaning up as I go, it's not going to take me too long to switch. Because there's not going to be too much to clean up. I'm just going to rinse off a few dishes that I did use, and I'm going to finish eating that while I play. So, I'll see you all in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. Also, do you guys want to hear an awesome joke? Why does the circle have so much student loan debt? because it has 360 degrees.